Hi, Dr. Ayani. My name is Yong Wei Lok. I'm the group leader for the Group 2. Our project title is the case study on IR 4.0 adoption in Magna Stella STA PhD in Kuala Lumpur. Now, we're going to present our project. This is our group member, me, Yong Wei Lok, Kim Ju, Nurin, and the Safisa. And by the following is the Nurul Amali, No I, Amil Aiman.
Next, for executive summary, Magna Setia Sdn Bhd or MSSB is a Malaysian construction company established in 2013, especially in highway, road, bridge and large-scale infrastructure project. The acquisition by Chin Hin Construction Engineering Group strengthened the company's financial capacity and market credibility. The Malaysian construction industry is currently undergoing rapid transformation due to rising costs, labour shortage, sustainability demands and increased project complexity. This case study finds that MSSB has strong foundation for IR 4.0 adoption, supported by its project experience, corporate backing and internal resources. Primary data was obtained through an interview with Encik Khairuddin Ramli, which provide insight into organizational practices and IR 4.0 adoption. However, successful IR 4.0 implementation requires structure planning, skill, human capital, and effective change management. For case study background, Magna Setia Sdn Bhd was established in 2013 and holds the IDB Grade T7, allowing the company to undertake projects of unlimited value. The acquisition by Chin Hin Construction Engineering Group enhanced financial stability, technical capability, and governance. MSSB specialized in highway, roads and bridge, flyover, and MRT infrastructure and has been involved in major projects such as Pan Borneo Highway, MRT, West Coast Expressway, and SUKE Highway with a total value exceeding RM 450 million. Encik Khairuddin Ramli was selected as the interview respondent due to his direct involvement in project management and construction operation, which is enabling him to provide valuable insight into decision making and modern construction management practices. Overall, strong corporate support and operational experience position MSSB well for IR adoption.
Hi, Assalamualaikum to Dr. Terry, and I hope you have a great day. I am Muhammad Anaiman, and I'm going to be presenting about the current construction industry landscape. So this presentation explains the current construction industry landscape by covering the industry direction, the current conditions of the construction economy, the challenges, the workforce profile, the technology adoption, the regulatory pressure, and the overall strategic implications. So, firstly, the industry overview of the current condition of the construction industry. Firstly, the construction industry is a major contributor to national economic growth because it supports essential infrastructure such as the transportation networks, the utilities, and the urban developments. Despite this importance, the industry remains highly labor intensive. So, meaning productivity is closely tied to the workforce availability and the performance. It is also cost effective, where the small changes in the material price or the labor cost can significantly impact the project budgets. But at the same time, expectations related to the productivity, the sustainability, and the governance are increasing. So the clients and the regulators now demand better performance, efficiency, transparency, and the environmental responsibility. In response of this, the industry is gradually shifting from the traditional construction practices to Industry 4.0 based digital solution. Although this transformation is not yet fully mature and implemented in the construction industry. So next, we're moving on to the industry structure and the market characteristic. This slide focuses on the industry structure and the market characteristic. Firstly, the construction market is highly fragmented, with a large number of SMEs operating alongside a smaller number of large D7 contractors. So these 7 contractors usually manage complex and government-funded infrastructure projects due to their higher capacity, resources, and the skill. So secondly, the construction activities are project-based and temporary, meaning teams are formed only for the duration of a project. This short-term focus on discourages companies from making long-term investment in the digital system. And finally, you can say that the industry has a high dependency on imported materials, which will increases the exposure to price volatility, the delays of the supply, and the exchange rate fluctuations, as reflected in the construction supply chain network in the figure 3.1. And then we're going to talk about the productivity, the challenges, and the efficiency faced by the construction industry. Firstly, the construction productivity remains lower compared to the other services such as manufacturing, agriculture, or service sectors, because many tasks will rely on manual processes and labor-intensive methods. So the poor coordination among the stakeholders often leads to frequent rework, frequent rescheduling, replanning, which increases the cost and causes project delays. The COVID-19 pandemic before shows the industry's low operational resilience, because many projects were disrupted due to the labor shortages and the movement restrictions. Although digital tools are available, their adoption is uneven, with larger firms benefiting more than SMEs, creating a clear digital adoption gap, as we can see in the figure 3.2. So the next slide explains the workforce structure and skills-related issues. The construction industry relies heavily on foreign and semi-skilled labor, while an aging workforce dominates site operations. But at the same time, there is low interest among younger professionals, as construction is often viewed as the physically demanding, risky, and less attractive compared to other industries. So, in terms of skill readiness, many workers have limited digital and BIM-related competency or skills, and resistance to change will further slow down the implementation of the Industry 4.0 technologies. And then, these slides will focus on the level of technology adoption and the digitalization. So, as you can see in the pie chart, the BIM adoption is increasing, particularly among the large contractors, because due to the regulatory support and project complexity, it will increase their demands. So, other technologies such as cloud computing, drones, and IoT are mainly used for monitoring progress, tracking, and reporting for the in-the-site works. However, the high implementation costs and the skill shortage remain a major barriers, especially for the SMEs. In addition, the technology adoption is mostly project-based rather than organization-wide, and limited system integration reduces the effective use of the data across the projects. So, we talk about the technology and other adoption rate. We're going to talk about the regulatory, the sustainability, and the governance pressure. So, the strict ADB registration and grading systems, along with the strong enforcement of safety and health regulations, will increase the compliance requirements for such company or firms. These regulations will result in higher administrative workload and the need for more systematic monitoring and reporting. So, environmental requirements such as environmental impact assessment, EIA, and increasing ESG and carbon reduction expectations will further pressure the company to adopt more sustainable practices. So, as a result, digital systems are becoming essential to manage compliance efficiently. So, overall of the industry outlook and the strategic implications for the construction industry, the construction industry is under such as increasing pressure to modernize, to adapt, as the traditional methods are no longer sufficient to meet the current demands in this era. So, Industry 4.0 technologies provide solutions such to the productivity, to the efficiency, the safety, and the sustainability challenges to the construction company. Therefore, digital transformation should be viewed as a strategic necessity rather than an optional improvement, particularly for more long-term competitiveness and resilience in the construction companies.
Good day to Dr. Ali. My name is Nur Binti Razak, CPA230036. Today, I will discuss seeing how Magna City Sdn. Bhd is integrating IR 4.0 fundamental and application into its core operation. To remain competitive in the modern construction landscape, often referred to as Construction 4.0, the company focused on 5 key pillars of technology to drive efficiency and safety. First, we have BIMS, Building Information Modeling, which serves as digital backbone of the project. Unlike traditional 2D drafting, they utilize 3D model that integrate 4D data for scheduling and time management. Second, 5D data for cost estimation. By simulating the building digitally, first, we can identify and prevent structural clashes long before any ground is easily broken, saving significant costs. Moving to the site level, we utilize IoT, Internet of Things, and sensor. As you can see on the image on the slide, we equip heavy machinery with sensor to monitor fuel consumption, engine health, and real-time GPS location. This allows for predictive maintenance fixing a machine before broken and ensure the assets are being used efficiently. All the data coming from the site is not just installed, it's analyzed. Through the big data and analytics, they look at historical project trend to predict potential delay before they happen. Second, optimize labor allocation to avoid bottlenecks and improve site safety by identifying highly respected in worker movement or equipment usage. To ensure seamless communication between the construction site and the main office, they rely on the cloud computing. By storing all appropriate and compliance documents in the centralized cloud, their site linear and HQ are always synced. This eliminates the information silo and ensure everyone is working from the latest version of the document. Finally, they are adapting autonomous system and robotic. A preliminary application here is the use of the drones for land surveying and site inspection. This is not only significantly faster than manual methods, but also remove the need for the staff to enter potential hazard area to conduct surveys. In summary, by layering 5 technology, Magna City Sdn. Bhd is moving away from the traditional reactive construction method and toward the proactive, data-driven future. Thank you.
Okay, now we'll talk about IR 4.0 readiness overview. Our Magna City company focus area is on the technology, people, organization, finance, and the process and data. The strength is a strong top management support, use of PIM and cloud system, and also stable financial support. What the gaps we have is some process still manual, no digital still at the site level, data not fully integrated. So how we implementation our IR 4.0, we got a step-by-step adoption. The second is pilot project before full implementation, focus on the proven and cost-effective technology, minimal disruption to ongoing project, supported by management commitment, assisted by external consultant and technology partner. Okay, let's see what the IR 4.0 technology we use. So the first one is the BIM. We can use the BIM to reduce area, improve the coordination in our construction project. The second is the cloud system. We can share the information easily. The last one is the digital reporting. We can monitor and track site progress easily. So what's the challenge we have is the high implementation cost, no digital skill at the site level, resistant to change, and even digital readiness of subcontractor. Okay, what's the impact of IR 4.0? We have a better coordination in our project, improve communication better between designer, sub-teams, and management, and we also can less rework. We can yearly crash detection, reduce size and construction error, and we also can improve the project control, real-time progress tracking, supports the faster decision making. And the last one is a strong base for future digital growth. Assisting of BIM and cloud system enable future adoption of IoT and automation.
Now, I'll present the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis has 4 elements. The first is the strengths, second is the weakness, and others is opportunities, and the lastly is the tricks. The strength has a commitment to the quality and also the static standards, like the ISO. And the second is the BIM implementations. And now to continue the weakness, they have the high capital expenditure required for the digital transformations. And the second is the resistance to the cultural change. And third is the opportunities. They have the strategy partnership and also the R&D collaborations, and also have the smart and also the sustainable infrastructures. And the lastly is the stress. The stress has to increase the competition from the technology advance the global construction. And the second is the cybersecurity threats and also the data breaches.
Okay, this slide presents the current status of the case organization. First, in terms of current business operation, the company is large-scale civil construction contractor operating in Malaysia. It is involved in various major infrastructure projects, including highway, roads, drainage system, water utilities, and bridge construction. The company holds a CITB Grade 7 certification, which allow it to undertake projects of unlimited contractor value. Additionally, the company is supported by strong financial capacity, a skilled workforce, and a robust management system. Okay, next, regarding the current corporate structure and good support, the company is a subsidiary of Chin Hin Construction Engineering Group under Chin Hin Group Berhad, which is listed on Bursa Malaysia. Its operations are centrally managed from Menara Chin Hin in Kuala Lumpur. This group support provides strong financial stability, technological capabilities, and effective management support to the company. Okay, moving on the current ownership and corporate position, the company is actively involved in major infrastructure projects with government agencies such as JKR, WCE, MRT, and SUKI. The company has a strong project portfolio with continuous project flow. Its ability to manage large-scale projects involving multiple stakeholders and tight schedules demonstrate its organization competence. Okay, in terms of current leadership and management structure, the company is led by a professional, experienced management team. Okay, the managing director is Howard Liu Johor, while the chief executive officer is Chai Yan Min. Okay, the leadership is supported by strong corporate governance practice and redliners to adopt industry 4.0 development with the construction sector. Okay, finally, looking at the overall current position, the company is in stable and competitive position within Malaysia infrastructure construction industry. It's a strong project performance and solid group backing position to the company as a significant contributor to national infrastructure development. Okay, in conclusion, the current status of organization reflects a strong, stable, and competitive company in terms of operation, management, and market position. That's all.
My name is Nurul Amination Binti Masnau, and my mention number is AP220444. For recommendation section, Magna City Sdn. Bhd should implement a phased IR 4.0 strategy to effectively manage risk, control costs, and ensure organizational readiness. The adoption of building information modeling (BIM) as a core digital platform throughout the project lifecycle will improve coordination among project teams and significantly reduce error and work. In addition, the use of cloud-based project management system will enhance communication, document management, and transparency among stakeholders. Furthermore, integrating Internet of Things (IoT) technologies will enable real-time monitoring of equipment and site activities, leading to improved operational efficiency, safety, and overall project control. For the forward strategic planning, in the short term, the organization should focus on improving digital awareness, strengthen data management practice, and implementing pilot projects to test the feasibility and benefit of IR 4.0 technologies while managing implementation risks. In the medium terms, the company should standardize digital workflow across project and embed data-driven decision-making into cooperation through expanded use of BIM, enhanced digital collaboration platform, and data analytics for planning, cost control, and risk management. In the long term, Magna City Sdn. Bhd can and funds towards smart construction practice such as automation, predictive maintenance, and sustainability-focused technology, positioning the organization as a resilient and future-ready construction company. The successful implementation of Industry 4.0 strategy is expected to deliver significant benefit to Magna City Sdn Bhd, including improved project efficiency, better quality control, reduced operational risk, and more effective cost management. Through accurate planning, real-time monitoring, and proactive decision-making, digital technologies can enhance project delivery performance while reducing delays and cost overrun. In addition, the adoption of Industry 4.0 is expected to strengthen the company's competitive position in the Malaysian construction industry, particularly in securing large-scale and complex infrastructure projects that increasingly require digital capabilities. Ultimately, this outcome will support the long-term sustainability, profitability, and strategic growth of Magna City Sdn Bhd, ensuring the organization remains competitive in an evolving construction landscape. In conclusion, the adoption of Industry 4.0 is essential for the future of the construction industry, as traditional methods cannot be longer meet modern infrastructure demands. Technologies such as the BIM, AI, and IoT can enhance efficiency, accuracy, safety, and project performance. The case of Magna City Sdn Bhd shows that with a clear digital transformation roadmap, strong leadership, and skilled human capital, the organization can achieve long-term sustainability, competitiveness, and contribute to Malaysia's economic development.